Alright, shalom everybody. I just wanted to make a real quick video on a couple of recipes, vegan recipes that I make. Um, I was not able to film my meal prep because trying to figure out how to set that up in the kitchen was crazy. So I'm gonna just show you guys one of the things I use when I make spaghetti, meatballs, and stuff like that is this. Okay. And it's meatless veggie beef, and the brand is Gimme Lean, Gimme Lean, and I think I have a picture. That's when I made the spaghetti. You just put some onions and bell peppers in that, and whatever spaghetti sauce you prefer. That was the outcome of the sauce. Because when I prep it for lunch, I don't mix it together. I just put it on top of noodles. And it's really tasty. The seasons I use with that are garlic powder, onion powder, and something called Chef Paul's Vegetable Magic. And I took a picture of that. I'm trying to see if you'll be able to see it. Oh no, that's too small. Okay. And I cook with avocado oil. That's not even, but that right there, that's the Chef Paul's Vegetable Magic. Just a clear bottle with green top. I cook with that on everything. So I do the same thing with the meatballs. Just cut up onions and peppers, roll them. But I did them in marinara sauce. So what I did was I just put them on a baking sheet. I put the meat on the baking sheet because it is kind of sticky. The consistency is close to ground beef or ground turkey in the sense that it will like get on your hands and stuff like that. But I just put it on a baking sheet, the meat. I seasoned it with the garlic powder, onion powder, and the veggie season. And I had chopped up some onions and green peppers, and I mixed it all together, rolled it up, and made these. And what I did was, that's just a picture of the meatballs. But what I did was I didn't pour the marinara into the sauce. I mean, the marinara is the sauce. I didn't pour the marinara into the mixture, the vegan meat mixture. What I did was I poured it on top. I poured a base on the baking sheet and just rolled it on, rolled them through the sauce, and then I poured some sauce on top, and I let it bake, and halfway through I made sure it was still, nice and saucy at the bottom, and then I put some more sauce on top so that it would bake very well onto the meatball, and I just cooked it on 350. I don't remember how long. You just have to check it because it really is going to depend on your oven. But about like 30 minutes. I wouldn't do it longer than an hour because you don't want it to burn up or dry out. But they were very saucy. They were very flavorful. And you just have to season according to your taste. But sorry, my husband just texted me. Y'all give me 1 second because I have to respond. Okay. All right, so yeah, just season it well, like you would any meat, and the stuff normally comes out really good. Now, I made meatballs with it. I used it as a substitute meat for the spaghetti, but I also made so-called hamburgers with it. My mom is calling me now. Oh my gosh. Hold on, let me pause this. Alright, sorry about that. I just got real popular as soon as I started filming. But yes, I was going to my picture of the hamburger. Where's the hamburger? Okay, so this was just a plate that I made for my husband, and the hamburger patty is right next to the beans, and that's just I did basically the same thing with the meatballs as I did with that. You cut up your onions, pepper, you season it really well, and then I rolled mine into a ball. But with this, I added this steak sauce. So my husband picked out the steak sauce because he claimed he wanted to eat it with the ground veggie beef. So I was like, okay, I gotta incorporate it somehow. So I mixed the sauce into the veggie meat mixture, rolled it into a ball, and then I just smushed it. So I rolled it into like the size of the meatballs I showed. Then I just smushed it slightly with my hand, and I used avocado oil because I only use avocado oil or grapeseed oil when I cook. Um, but I cooked it in olive avocado oil. I pan fried it, and you as you cook it, well, as I cook it, I use the spatula to mush it down a little bit, make sure it cooks thoroughly on both sides, and it came out really tasty, really tasty. In that picture, I had just put some fried onion and green pepper on top of it. And then he really loves spinach, so I always make spinach a couple of times a week, pinto beans, and then the other thing on the plate was mashed sweet potatoes. And I just baked those because I just steamed the spinach and I put butter and veggie seasoning in his, or butter and onion powder. It just depends on if I ran out of veggie season because I put that in everything. So, wait, I'm sorry, y'all. These are grains. And I thought it was spinach because he always eats spinach. But for the greens, it's kale. I just put a little water in the pan, chop up some onion, and throw some veggie seasoning in there and let it steam until it's the consistency that I want it to be. I don't like mine super soggy, but I also don't like it like too crunchy. I'll eat raw kale, but I'm not fond of it. So that's what that is. And the mashed sweet potatoes, I just use brown sugar, dark brown sugar. That's why they're really dark, because I use dark brown sugar, cinnamon, and butter for his. I just eat mine plain. I don't put nothing too much in it normally. Um, so yeah, that's the idea for that. How to use that gimme lean veggie beef. Now they also have gimme lean veggie sausage, and it does taste different from the beef. I do like the beef more for the spaghetti. Initially, I used the sausage because I don't know, I just picked the sausage. I thought the beef was gonna be nasty. But I got the veggie sausage and I did that with the spaghetti. I like the sausage more for the meatballs, the marinara meatballs, but I like the beef for the spaghetti and for the um vegan hamburger. Can you call it a hamburger if it's not meat? Well, it's the shape of a hamburger, so that's what I call it. I also have been on a detox for almost 30 days, so I just mostly eat a lot of raw foods. So this is a picture of the stir fry I made earlier, and in that is just some onion, red and green pepper, some broccoli, some peas, and mushrooms that I just sauteed in grapeseed oil. And I do my 3 seasons in it. Those are my go-to seasons, unless I'm making like a curry or a soup or something else or chili. I only mainly use veggie season, onion powder, garlic powder, and pepper. I love pepper is my favorite season because I like the spice. So that's the stir fry that I made that I'll be having for dinner. And he's just having for dinner the same thing. Mashed sweet potatoes, spinach, and I did refried beans with stir fried pepper. So sometimes he eats vegan dinners. This is a picture of some vegan potato salad that I made. My husband is calling. I'm so sorry. I'm pausing the video. Okay, I'm back again. Shaking my head. Okay, so the potato salad. Vegan potato salad. You make it with vegan mayonnaise. I normally just use the Hellman's, but they also have something called Veganese. I haven't tried it yet, but I heard great things about it. Um, and what I did is just boil the potatoes, however many servings you need for that. Boil those, let them cool, peel them, cut them up to the size you want them to be. For the sauce, I use the vegan mayo. Um, Pepper, not pepper. Yeah, I do use a little pepper, but mustard, sweet relish, celery seeds, a little onion powder, and some dill. Now you have to season it to taste, but I normally, get the good amount of vegan mayonnaise. I'll do a nice portion of mustard because I like spicy, savory, bitter things. I do add the sweet relish because my husband likes sweet, but I add the dill to like balance out some of that sweetness because I don't like real sweet anything, and it doesn't take away from the flavor of that. So, um, you add the dill, you add celery seeds. I just go crazy with celery seeds because I like to see them in the potato salad, and a little onion powder and a little pepper. You season it to taste. Um, so that's it for that. I was very apprehensive for a long time, a very long time. I was apprehensive of making potato salad. That's something I was craving for a long time when I first went vegan, and I only knew how to make it by my mom's recipe, and I loved that recipe, and I was very sad that I couldn't have the potato salad. But I must say that this recipe is a wonderful substitute. Like I only make this once every 3 months because I will eat a bag of potatoes making potato salad. I love carbs. It's ridiculous. Trying to see if I have any other pictures before I go into the last thing I want to talk about. Yes, pasta salad. This is a lunch favorite, a Shabbat favorite. And all you do is boil your noodles. I use Italian dressing or balsamic dressing, and chop up your onions, tomato, red pepper, green pepper, just like that. And yes, I use those amounts. I put a lot of it in there, and I season it with a little onion powder and a little pepper. Add a good portion of dressing and mix it all together, mix it real well with the noodles, and it's very tasty. I enjoy it. Unfortunately, while I'm on the detox, I can have pasta, so I just make it for my husband for now. At least he gets to enjoy it. But that's that. One of the pictures for salads. I eat a lot of salads, and you have to get creative with salads because they get very boring very fast. So this is just one picture of one of the salads that I made. In it, I used iceberg lettuce. I have avocado. I use a whole avocado. I have some pinto beans, some crispy onions, and portobello mushroom. Mix that all together with the dressing of your choice. I personally, right now, am really liking this zesty lime dressing from Kraft. I should make my own dressing, but I have not. So there you go. When I do, I will let you know. But I get really, really creative with these salads because they get boring, you know. Sometimes, and I won't do the beans, I'll do like pecans and cranberries or something like that, you know, add little touches of something like that to it. Very nice. Of course, you have cucumbers, olives, all of those type of things you can add. Come on. Vegan pizza. And that's just a flatbread with pizza sauce. And you always have to check the ingredients of this stuff because they sneak the weirdest things into these sauces and dressings and all of that stuff. But I just laid the pizza sauce and seasoned it with garlic powder and onion powder. And I cut up and layered it with onions, green peppers, red peppers. Y'all notice the theme. Tomatoes, mushrooms, and banana peppers because I really like the spicy of the banana peppers. I also sprinkle a little banana pepper juice on it to like bring out a little kick. And then I sprinkle the garlic powder and onion powder over top of it again for some extra little flavor and bake it. And that's what that is. This next one, which is probably the last one. Let me just make sure. Um, but this goes with the classics, as I like to call them, and it's vegan tacos. I love. Oh nope, I have one more. Another side. Vegan mac and cheese. You have to love vegan mac and cheese. And no, it does not taste like regular mac and cheese, but it tastes good. And this is what I use. So, and yeah, you have to blend it up. So basically, you boil two medium-sized potatoes, or how you have to do it based on the servings that you're gonna serve. But I boiled two medium-sized potatoes, some carrots, and an onion. I normally use one whole onion and a carrot or two. It depends on the size. You boil that up in a pot, boil it in a pot. And once everything is soft, the potatoes are cooked, you peel those, put them in your blender, put the carrots and the onion in the blender. You pour the juice, because you know, after it boils, it becomes a juice. You pour that into the blender with that. You blend that up. And once again, we got the onion powder. Come through onion powder. Um, the veggie season. Love that. Add some garlic salt, pepper, and nutritional yeast. Now I go crazy with the nutritional yeast because it does have somewhat of a cheesy flavor, but not really. So you have to taste it. I have heard of people having like an itchy mouth afterwards or something. So make sure you know initially you use it maybe on something. Sprinkle it on something to ensure that you don't have an allergy to it before you make this whole dish, and then you know your mouth is itching or your throat is swelling up or something like that. So definitely be sure to check that out. But you just season it to taste, and you know, boil your pasta and stir it in. And make sure you have a good amount covering the noodles because what it does is it dries. It dries onto the noodles like if you baked it or something like that. So you want to have extra sauce so that it's not super dried out and flavorless. So season it really well and do that. And my very, very, very last thing that I will share is the vegan taco. Okay, I found one more picture. I take pictures of my food because I share them in my Hebrew vegan group on Facebook. We're gonna get to the taco in 1 second. I'm not gonna look for no more pictures, I promise. But this is a glorious sandwich. Look how beautiful it is. And basically, it's just some Killer Joe's bread toasted. I have romaine lettuce because I love romaine lettuce. I do. Tomatoes, some mushroom, olives, some fried green peppers and onions, and Chipotle sauce. Let me tell you how to make this Chipotle sauce. So you have to get the little teeny can of Chipotle peppers. You can get Goya or it was another kind that I used before. Really good. It doesn't matter. But they come with like 5 or 6 chili peppers in the little teeny can. And you take 1 or 2 peppers depending on the type of spice you like. I like mine spicy, so I always use 2 or 3 peppers. You take some vegan mayo. Gotta get you some vegan mayo. You mix in the chipotle pepper. You chop it up really fine unless you want chunks of pepper in your sauce. I do, but it's recommended that you chop it up fine and the juices that's inside and the sauce that's inside, let that mix well into your chipotle sauce. Use some lime or lemon juice, and I do it to taste. I'm not really a measuring out type of person. I do what feels right, and my food intuition has not led me wrong. Actually, it's been working so good for me that my husband is now eating vegan foods, and he's a meaty person. So go with how you feel or Google the recipe. I don't know. I don't measure, so I can't give you the measurements. And I would really have to, like, somebody would have to call me and remind me to measure out because I don't even take my measuring stuff in the kitchen with me. I only do that when I'm mixing like toothpaste and beard cream and stuff like that. Like I don't use measuring, and I don't even really do that anymore. Back to the topic. Okay. So making the chipotle sauce, you have your chipotle peppers that you chopped up. You have your vegan mayonnaise. You have your lemon or your lime, whichever one you prefer. I've tried both. I prefer lemon, but some people prefer lime. Just a splash of that to taste, and some pepper. Just a dash of pepper and a teeny dash of salt. Like don't even, because I know some people are heavy with salt. I don't personally cook with salt, which is why I cook with onion powder, garlic pepper, and a veggie seasoning that doesn't have salt in it by Chef Paul. The Chef Paul something, I don't know what his name is. But you mix all these ingredients together and just, put it in a mason jar, throw it in the refrigerator. It is so good. It is so good. Like that's the best Chipotle sauce I've ever tasted. And I make it, I got the recipe offline somewhere. So yeah. But you get that type of sandwich going, this here, it makes me want to cheat and eat bread. And I get the yellow. I don't even know if these pictures are showing clearly, but I'm trying. I am trying. I get the yellow pack of Killer Joe's bread. We normally only have the yellow, the purple, and I think a green one. I don't know if the green one is like a white bread or something, but I don't eat white bread. But the yellow one, and I'm naming them by colors because I don't remember the descriptions of the bread, but it has grains and seeds and nuts and stuff. I love stuff like that. So that's that sandwich. And then let's talk about these tacos. I made the tacos for Feast of Dedication and I was very, very nervous. I was very, very nervous about these tacos because I had never made vegan tacos before. And if they did not come out good, it would have been a very bad thing. But I wanted to do something different. So Feast of Dedication, there you go. We had hard tacos, shells, and soft taco shells. But I did two meat substitutes. One, I used mushrooms, just the tops of mushrooms, chopped those up into nice small chunks. And I did that as a ground beef substitute. Mushrooms are a really good ground beef substitute. And I just used taco seasoning and cooked that up in some avocado oil. Um, Pan fried it or sauteed it, however you want to say. Set that to the side, and then I had some extra firm tofu that was grilled, and I used that for like a grilled chicken substitute for the tacos. And I cooked it in, don't judge me, I cooked it in pizza sauce. I used some of the taco sauce and my three favorite seasonings. It came out really good, like it was really tasty. So that was the other meat substitute option. And then, of course, I had to chop that red onion. I had the shredded iceberg lettuce, uh, diced tomatoes, veggie refried beans. Those are winners. Love me some veggie refried beans. And make sure they say veggie if you get them because it'll have organic on there, but sometimes it's still fried in lard or some type of animal fat. So that's what that is. And I'm just looking to see if there's anything else. I had the diced tomatoes. We did not do cheese, but he did want sour cream, so he had his little sour cream and taco sauce. Very, very flavorful tacos. Delicious, delicious, delicious. And I normally say tacos for every once in a while type thing. I don't want to say special occasion, but just as a little surprise because Nevin really likes those. So I'll surprise him here and there and make the tacos and he'll get excited because they are super tasty. Like you'll eat a minimum of 4 or 5. I said minimum. So yeah, I'm not exaggerating. And that is all for now that I have to share as far as recipes and how I did, what I used, and stuff like that. Um, like I said, if I think of anything else, I'll try to wait until I can compile some stuff and then make another video about recipes and stuff to share with you guys. And until the next video, I pray blessings to you and your household. Shalom.